Her third-term cabinet team capturing the moment with a socially distanced selfie.
I believe that I have put the best people forward for these jobs.
Annastacia Palaszczuk and her front bench have been sworn in at a smaller than usual ceremony at Government House. Her three newest ministers eager to get to work, the youngest ever in Queensland's Parliament taking it in her stride.
I feel pretty qualified for the portfolio of youth affairs, but in terms of the environment and the Great Barrier Reef, really important portfolios.
While the number of ministers will remain the same, Ms Palaszczuk is increasing the number of assistant ministers. There'll now be 8 instead of 5, each earning an extra $84,000 a year for their added responsibilities.
I've got a big job to do in the COVID recovery and also making sure that the regions are well represented.
Labor could end up with 52 MPs after claiming victory in Bundaberg and Nicklin. But with the margins so tight, the Electoral Commission has ordered a recount.
Back to Government House, dividing up the spoils of victory.
All good, yeah.
The Premier swearing in her new cabinet.
And I will well and truly serve the people of Queensland.
Who will bankroll her expanding ministry. 5 assistant ministers become 8, each costing an extra $85,000 on top of $160,000 base salaries.
Well done, everyone.
In 2015, Annastacia Palaszczuk campaigned on a smaller 14-member cabinet. Now half her 52-member team scores extra ministerial pay.
I've got a big job to do in the COVID recovery and also making sure that the regions are well represented.
As
the rewards of another election win and the fallout of another election loss.
Morning, morning.
The Premier and Ministers sworn in at Government House.
I, Annastacia Palaszczuk, do sincerely promise and swear.
And at Parliament House, as a sign of the times, he wouldn't criticise the Premier increasing the number of assistant ministers from 5 to 8, meaning half her class of 2020 is now in the executive.
I believe that I have put the best people forward for these jobs. We've got a big job ahead of us. The people of this state put their trust in us.
David Crisafulli.
The Premier unveiled her front bench. Formally sworn in at Government House. Annastacia Palaszczuk begins her third term with an even bigger majority. And as for her new opponent...
There has been Campbell Newman, Lawrence Springborg, Tim Nichols, Deb Frecklington. That's a matter for them.
We have one enemy, and that has to be the Labor Party.
Both leaders to battle it out when Parliament resumes at the end of the month. Claire Barnes for 10 News First.